Hello, this is Armando, and I'm going to be showing you guys debugging of the collision boxes. So before we start, if you go to the parameters.h file, you'll see these three variables over here, which is how we will debug our program. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to set the debug mode to true, and we're going to set draw collision box to true, which will essentially show the collision box of the snowman and the collidable objects. So if we run our program, well, we can't see a snowman. That's because the camera, well, the tree's in the way, first of all. So what we're going to do is we're going to click the number 2 on our keyboard, and it's going to bring us to third-person view of the snowman. So right off the bat, you can see a bunch of white boxes, which are the collision boxes of each collidable object. And under the snowman, you're going to see a yellow box, which is the collision box of the snowman. And also you'll notice that the grass, the mushrooms, and a few of the smaller rocks don't have collision boxes either. Don't have collision boxes at all, and that's because they are considered non-collidable objects, which are objects that essentially you can step on, and in real life, you can walk through grass, you can step over a rock without really, colliding with it. So that was our thought process when programming this collision. So yeah, so also another thing to note is you might also notice that some of the trees might look like they don't have collision boxes, but they actually do. And if we click the number 3 on our keyboard, you'll go to freewheel camera. And I'll just show you right now that there are collision boxes indeed in these trees. It's just that they are clipped, well, just, more in the tree. You can't really see them. So as you can see right here, there is a collision box indeed in this tree. Right here you can see it as well, being clipped a bit. And here as well, there is one. Here as well, and basically for all types of trees we have in our project, there are collision boxes. It's just that they're inside the tree. The reason being is because the collision box of the snowman is already pretty big. So if we were to make the collision box of the tree bigger, it wouldn't really simulate a collision type feel for the program. So that's why we made them a bit smaller, and that's why you can't see them in the debug mode, and unless you go into the tree. So now that that's out of the way, we will test out the collision itself. So if I walk into this tree or any collidable object, I shouldn't be able to move into the tree. So the way we do that is essentially, if the snowman collides with a collidable object, it will disable one of the keys, depending on which axis the snowman is translating onto. So in this case, if we hit the W key into the tree, it should not be able to go through, and as you can see, I'm clicking the W key right now, and it's not going through the tree. So in other words, once the snowman's colliding with something, the W key is being disabled, and we cannot go through the tree. And this goes for all directions. So if I click A, same thing. If I click S, actually I'm getting in the way of another tree over here, so I'm trying to maneuver. Right here, as you can see, if I click D, it doesn't work either. You can try this with the rocks over here as well. If I click D, it's colliding. S can't move backwards. Same thing here, here, and both directions. In this case, over here, as you can see, it's colliding with both the object behind and the object in front. So that's what's going on there. So yeah, that's essentially the demonstration. If you have any questions, everything's in the code and in our documentation. And yeah, that's pretty much it.